Over the weekend, over 200,000 people marched across the Sydney Harbour Bridge in solidarity with Palestine, a powerful stand against the genocide happening over in Gaza. But at the same time, a charity fundraiser gig in Newcastle, which was raising money for food aid for the exact same people that people were marching for, was cancelled after police warned of alleged threats online. No charges, no investigation, but just enough pressure to shut it down. The event was called Make Some Noise. It was set to feature local bands and speakers. It was not a rally or a protest, but instead a peaceful fundraiser, which was cancelled the day before it began due to the police convincing the venue over safety concerns. These concerns were allegedly online threats which someone had told the police, but none of the organisers knew about it. So I sat down with one of the organisers, Aniran, to unpack what really happened.
My name's Aniran. I am a local musician here in Newcastle, and I helped organise the event Make Some Noise Stand for Palestine, which was a fundraising music mini festival, which went ahead on the 1st of August 2025. Unfortunately, the event needed to be moved from its address. The first venue pulled the pin on it after the police notified them that there was an allegation made online that somebody was going to commit potentially a terrorist threat and drive into people out the front of the venue. And so we needed to move venues. Thankfully, we found a new spot, but yeah, it was quite a serious allegation. So the day before the event, we had a chat with the licensee, and they said, look, we have serious concerns about the safety and welfare of our staff members, certainly the people attending this event. And because we take this allegation seriously, we're not going to be able to allow the event to go ahead. They were well aware that this was not a protest. It was a fundraiser and an awareness event. There was no protesting involved. It was just bands putting music on. We had some guest speakers planned in between the bands and an opportunity for people to donate. The venue, the Hamilton Station Hotel here in Newcastle, knew what the plan was. We talked through the run sheet. Everything was sound, ready to go. Thumbs up, green lights. We all got our photos in the paper, our local paper. We're ready to go. Us organisers, we all came in, rushed in. 1 p.m. the day before, the event is scheduled for 6:30 the next day. And they said, look, there's been an allegation made by the police, and we don't feel like the venue is in a position where we can run the event anymore, and therefore we're going to have to pull the pin on this one. So what we were told, from my recollection of the conversation, this was all verbal, taking place over a table at the Hamo. The conversation was, the police have said that somebody called them called up and said that they saw some comments online where somebody had said they were going to run people over in their car if the event went ahead. I assume their plan was to plow people down standing outside the event.
But you never saw these comments firsthand?
No, I never did. The licensee never did. The police, I'm not sure if the police saw it firsthand or if it was just an allegation that was made to the police. The police were made aware of some comments is the phrasing. But the police then said, look, we recommend to you as a venue, as a private venue, Hamilton Station Hotel, that you guys should not go ahead with this event. Now, that type of wording is it's very mild, but if you understand the context, it's actually a very strong thing to say because like most cities in Australia, licensees have to work very closely with the police, and a venue can get shut down completely or have limitations placed on them for not meeting the expectations of their venue from the licensor. And so you really have to work closely with the police and kind of, play the game so that the police are nice to you. And that is exactly what the licensee told us. Now, I understand the concept of not wanting to bite the hand that feeds you. We couldn't really argue with that one. However, we did say, let's have a conversation about the validity of this allegation and how serious the nature of it is, how possible it is that this is a serious concern. So in my mind, this is a terrorist threat, and therefore the police should take it seriously. And if they thought that the nature of the threat was as serious as we did, they should be shutting the street down. They should be increasing police presence at the venue, whether the event goes ahead or not. And they should be investigating the allegation and tracking down through Facebook the person who said those comments and investigating, potentially, prosecuting. But none of those things happen.
Bring it to an email that we sent off to the police.
Yeah.
So this is the State Police, New South Wales State Police.
Yes.
We asked them questions of whether the AFP will be investigating due to the nature of the complaint and the threat, which is terrorism. We asked if there'll be internal investigation as well, if anything will be published. And unfortunately, we got an email back, and I'll read out the response to you. So we sent a bunch of different questions, and the response that we got back from the police media unit, Joe Elliott, was, "Good afternoon, Josh. Please response below." Good English. "Please attribute to a New South Wales police spokesperson. Kind regards, Joe." This is the statement. "We can confirm police spoke with the venue operators in light of online comments. However, any decision about private events lies with the venue operators, not just the New South Wales Police." So they're passing the buck onto the venue as responsible for cancelling. So it's a bit of a circular thing happening right now.
Look, I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? They don't have to take responsibility for it. They can just pass it on to the venue. The venue doesn't have to take responsibility for it. They can pass it on to the person who made the threat, although they haven't seen the threat themselves. And they can say it was suggested by the police and we take that seriously. So then, it's nobody. It's nobody's fault. I guess we just can't do this thing. But this is something that's a fundraiser to raise money for starving men, women, and children in a country that is under siege. It's very telling of the power that the government and the police have over the lives of everyday Australians, over the freedom we have to gather and to raise awareness. Rung around to 30 different venues, found a fantastic private venue owner. Thankfully, the event did go ahead, and in the end, we ended up having 200 people, which was the capacity for the venue. So a sold-out show. We raised $10,500, which is all going as a donation to charities and food aid in Gaza.
Well, look, thank you so much for telling us your story today, Nyron. We're obviously looking into this. We're going to follow a lot of this up with the police and parties concerned. But glad to hear the event went ahead, and hopefully something can come out of an investigation of some sort.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.